Hi guys, bonjour, bonsoir. It's actually bonsoir for me right now because it's nighttime. But yes, as I told you guys about those little windows of opportunity, I have a little bit today. So we're gonna talk about shampoo. And I thought it would be important to talk about shampoo because, like I said in the previous video, I get the question of what shampoo did you use on her? What shampoo did you use? And I always I'm hesitant to say what shampoo because it's really because one shampoo could work for one person, it may not work for the other person. It's really based on your hair type, what your hair is doing, what you need, and if your hair is normal type or if it has an extreme condition going on, you may not want to use the shampoo that somebody else is using, like a clarifying shampoo, and your hair doesn't need clarifying. The objective of this video, I'm going to touch on how to choose a shampoo that's right for you, kind of taking a little bit of the guesswork out, just pretty much about shampoos, general information about shampoos. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by saying that ideally the best way to figure out what shampoo is right for you is to consult a hair care professional, someone who understands hair, okay? Understands what hair is, why it does what it does, and why you need to put certain things on it. That would be the ideal thing to do, but I know some people do their own hair, they take care of their own hair, and this information can be used for loose hair as well, not just locks. And a lot of people forget that locks are hair. Locks is hair. It's just units of hair that have formed locks. It's still hair. Okay, first things first is to figure out what your hair type is, or hair condition, not hair type, hair condition is. And one important thing that you need to know about your hair condition is the porosity. And porosity refers to your hair's ability to absorb moisture or even products. So when it comes to porosity, if your hair is low porosity, then it just means that your cuticle is really smooth. Water tends to just sit on top of your hair. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. If you have low porosity, I know you've experienced this. Water just sits on top of your hair. It doesn't really absorb it. Also, you're susceptible to product buildup because your hair doesn't really absorb the product you put on it, so you think, let me add more, and then you're just piling it up. So it's important to avoid using excess products on your hair. If you have high porosity, your hair more than likely retains moisture really good. The only thing with that is your hair may dry very quickly, and although you're like, I just gave it all this stuff and it just ate it up. Yes, because your hair is highly porous and it's gonna absorb whatever you put in it. So once again, there are ways around that as well if you understand what that means for your hair, that it's highly porous. It's important for people with highly porous hair to avoid using a lot of heat. When I had locks, I didn't use a lot of heat. I still don't use heat like that because my hair is really porous and it dries up whatever I put in it. So if I'm gonna dry it while it's soaking up whatever I put in it, I make it drier. Okay, now on to shampoo. The purpose of shampoo is to cleanse the scalp. The act of shampooing is to not only cleanse the scalp and hair, but to stimulate and also promote circulation in the areas that your hair grows. It's also important to know your hair condition because hair type can mean different things to different people. Your hair condition, your hair can either be dry, oily, normal, chemically treated hair is another conversation. Another component of choosing a shampoo is to understand the pH of whatever shampoo you're using. A pH of 7 is neutral, right in the middle. A pH of hold on now, let me go back to chemistry class. A pH of 0 to 6.9 is acidic, and then a pH of 7.1 to 14 is alkaline. So if you were to get a shampoo that has really high alkalinity, that shampoo is going to be pretty harsh on your hair. Also, it's good to be aware of the type of water that you're using to wash your hair. I know it's pretty much something that we don't think about. What water are we using to wash our body and our hair? But knowing the type of water you're using really does help. Soft water, hard water, there is a difference. Hard water tends to not lather as much, and then soft water tends to feel like you could never really stop rinsing. The basic composition of shampoos is surfactants or detergent molecules, hydrophilic ends, and lipophilic ends. What hydrophilic means is just that it attracts water, and lipophilic is attracting oil. So those two work together to just they work together to just gather up dirt and excess oil from your hair and help it to lift up and cleanse your hair. Now, the types of shampoos that are on the market or exist, or you can even create yourself at home. Acid-based shampoos are closer to our hair's pH. Conditioning shampoos, also known as moisturizing shampoos, they're designed to make your hair more smooth, manageable, deposit some protein. It's non-stripping, and it's really good for chemically treated hair or just dry hair. Medicated shampoos are for people who have a lot of excess dandruff or have a certain scalp condition going on, in which case I would consult with a doctor and understand what shampoo you need to treat whatever's going on in your scalp. And some of them do require prescriptions, so it would be wise to go to a doctor. Clarifying shampoos have acidic ingredients that will cut through dirt and oil and stuff, but they are not meant for every single day use or every like regular use, because they strip your hair. They will strip your hair. So it's meant to clarify your hair by removing all the excess oil and dirt, but in terms of something you use every day, you can really strip your hair using clarifying shampoo all the time. For example, my client from the shampoo video, we used clarifying because she had a lot of product buildup after we detoxed with the with the vinegar rinse. We clarified for a few sessions and then we went to moisturizing because she no longer needed the clarifying. And there's also balancing shampoo. Balancing shampoo will take off the excess oil for people with really oily scalp. It'll remove the excess oil without drying out your hair. Also, dry shampoo. A lot of people use this, I guess in the beginning of their lock journey when they're afraid to wash it. I recommend just washing it. And of course, color enhancing shampoo, that's kind of self-explanatory. It will kind of improve a certain color that you have. If you don't like it, try a color enhancing shampoo. If I have normal hair and my hair is fine, I'm trying to maintain my hair, I would just use the acid-based shampoo. If my hair is really dry, but it's not dirty per se, it's not really dry, but it's also highly porous, I would use a moisturizing shampoo. If I have excess oil that just sits on my scalp and can clog my pores and follicles, I would use a balancing shampoo because I don't want to dry my hair out, but I want to get rid of the excess oil, you know, so on and so forth. Also avoid shampoos that have too much fragrance, because that could be a sign that the shampoo will leave residue in your hair. And if you have locks, you don't want, we already know you don't want residue. A lot of people will experience like a white film just sitting on their hair. The best shampoos I would say for locks are the non-sulfate shampoos. Non-sulfate, non-residue. Conditioners are a thing that is debatable in the lock world. Of course, this kinda does and kinda doesn't apply to loose natural. Conditioner pretty much deposits protein and moisture. Conditioner, much like clarifying shampoos, are not to be used in excess. So even people with loose hair, they're not supposed to use conditioner all the time, you know? If your hair is damaged, conditioner is not gonna fix it. Have you heard if you bleach your hair, make sure you really condition it? It's not gonna reverse the damage from the bleach. It will help it feel better, help it feel smoother, help it feel more moisturized, but it won't reverse that damage. I hope that makes sense. So due to the composition of conditioners, it can lead to buildup. Well, pretty much, you can take these precautions with shampoos. You can figure out what your hair type is or hair condition is. Get the correct shampoo for you. Get the correct shampoo for you in reference to what your hair needs. However, the biggest factors that contribute to what hair looks like, feels like, and the health of the hair is, number one, genetics, environment, lifestyle, and diet. Those things are huge. Those things are a big part of what your hair big part of taking care of your hair, not just shampooing, conditioning, and all of that. And to touch back on conditioning, one way to condition your hair, if you are someone who doesn't use a conditioner, is of course you can do a deep conditioning or a hot oil treatment. Well, I can't think right now, you guys. I tell people my English expires after like 9 p.m. Right now it's 10, so my English is kind of out of the window, but we're gonna finish the video. Um, yes, you can do a hot oil treatment. You can do a steam treatment. Those are really nice. Those are really nice. Really, they really penetrate. One thing that's good to do before you shampoo is to kind of loosen up the build up on your scalp a little bit, but not like rake your scalp, because that can give you a scalp condition you didn't want and you didn't need. So very gently, like just massaging. It's like a massage pretty much. Like that's a better word. A massage with a comb or a pick or whatever. Just to stimulate your scalp before you give it that good wash. It'll go a long way. But don't overdo it, because you may damage your scalp and give yourself a really bad scalp condition that you did not sign up for. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I helped out a little bit. Like I said, it's always a little weird for me to say what shampoo I'm using, because I don't want someone to go buy that shampoo and then it messes up your hair and then it's my fault because I told you that's what I was using irresponsibly. I don't want to be that person. You can of course do further research to figure out about your hair condition. If you have low porosity, just do some research on how to optimize the condition of your hair. And if you have high porosity, same thing. Dry hair, dry scalp, dandruff, what have you. There's information out there. I just wanted to give just a basic knowledge of what shampoos are, why do we use them, and how do we choose them. With that rhyme. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video. Remember to leave your suggestions that I may already have, but just in case I don't. So stay tuned for the next video. A video every day in December. Bye guys.